welcome back to Stay with Kay Daily, your internet's favorite mental health bestie. I ain't gonna lie to you, today I'm not feeling the greatest, and probably because today is the 17th, anniversary of Michael Jackson's death, which makes it even more kind of like sadder. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys because my goal is to post once a day. And I'm going to do that. So this video today is more so like a rant that I did a couple days after my birthday. And I just was talking about everything that I honestly am living today. am at a crossroads, or was at a crossroads at that time, where I had to choose between my mental health or comfortability. Comfortability meaning staying in the same place that I was a few weeks ago, where I had a job full-time, making money, but I wasn't happy. So which one was more important, my mental health or the comfortability of knowing that at least I have a check coming in, but I'm not happy? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's just take a moment of silence to give our respects to the one and only King of Pop. I might go cry a little bit later, I'm not gonna lie, because side note for the video, but like ever since I watched the movie and been listening to his music, it's definitely elevated my vibrations when it comes to like just being more positive and being more like motivating. I don't know why I'm about to cry now, but yeah. So definitely enjoy the video. Let me know what you guys think. We can talk in the comment section. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Today is Tuesday, May 12th at 8:58 p.m. and I just turned 30, May 8th. Since turning 30, I've been going through a lot of things, like mentally. I've been talking to myself a lot internally, and there's some things I want to like say out loud that I feel like a lot of people can relate to. I just kind of want to get them out and just use this video as like a timestamp of where I see myself in the future, or could possibly see myself, or for anyone who can relate to this and just kind of, you know, maybe you're going through the same thing. So here's what it is. I'm currently in a position or season in my life where I feel like in today's time, a lot of things just feel like the plot has been lost in society. I am 30 years old. I work at one of the biggest hospitals in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm making the most amount of money I've ever made. I work at home at one of probably the easiest jobs working in healthcare. I mostly just schedule doctor's appointments, patient access representative, if you want to call it, aka a call center. And I must say, out of everything that I've done, this has probably been the most mentally, emotionally drained I've ever been in my life. And I feel like I'm at a point where I feel like I'm kind of stuck and I don't know what to do because of how the economy has been set up as of right now. Like right now, it's hard to find a job, if any. There's postings, but you apply, you mostly get denial, email rejection, letters, whatever. On top of that, most of the jobs that I've been looking at on Indeed, LinkedIn, Google, just anywhere that says apply full time, they want you the pay ranges from like 15 to 18 or 19. And then if you want to make money like I'm making now, which is what, over $22 an hour, they want you to be a lead or a manager or a supervisor. And it's like, why do I have to be a manager or a supervisor to prove to you that I'm worth a livable wage? I feel like when you talk to certain people about it, most of them don't understand because they've never been in a situation or a predicament like this before. Or they hit you with the, welcome to the real world, or this is just how it goes. And it's just like, you're not helping me cope or try to figure out a better way to find better. At this point, what is better? Because you're still selling yourself short by moving from one plantation to the next, right? In order to make a living, to pay for a subscription for a life that you didn't sign up for. But somehow I have to participate because this is just what it is, right? Some say, oh, find a new job. It's kind of hard to find a new job when the job that I wouldn't mind doing was worth paying for, you know? Like I wouldn't mind working at a dog park. Cool. Or working at a dog bar. Cool. Or something very low, mentally manageable. I wouldn't mind doing, because who wants to clean? I feel like that's up my alley. Most people look at janitors or cleaning, housekeeping as bottom level, which I feel it isn't. Without the housekeeping, in order to make sure that the environment is clean for their establishment, a lot of people wouldn't come in, or a lot of people will complain about why this isn't clean. Most people notice dirtiness before they even compliment the cleanness in most areas. So that's for another day. So I feel like that's just more up my alley, because I'm the type of person where I didn't do well in school. school. Okay, school just wasn't up my alley. It wasn't my thing. I hated it. I think once you realize what school is about, it's mostly about socializing and networking and taking these dumb classes that don't prepare you for the real world, like simulation. So it makes school feel like it's non-existent, or it wasn't really worth the time. So from daycare to high school, hated it. I just did what needed to be done in order to survive for that, but didn't realize that surviving that little simulation was preparing me for the 9 to 5 simulation, which now it correlates in its own. No wonder I hate the concept of working. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a lazy person. I don't mind working. I will do the job, and I'm capable of doing the job. But I feel like in this scenario of this episode of life, I feel like a lot of people don't take it. A lot of people just don't respect the culture of just being a human, right? What I do on a daily basis is take phone calls to schedule doctor's appointments for you people. You people are the most incompetent, bottom of the barrel, low grade, empty noggin, brainless, heartless, just the dumbest people I ever met calling in. Now, I understand you not knowing and me helping you understand. Cool. But when you call me with an attitude and you feel like you know more than me when you really don't, or you are just plain just like you want to trauma dump on me because you're not getting the attention from whether it's your family members or whomever isn't giving you that attention, so you want to trauma dump on me on those phone calls when all I have to do is schedule the appointment. It's like, what are we talking about here? And then I feel like too, because I work in a call center, it's probably one of the most mentally things I could have ever done in my life, because it's getting to a point where I've been in this role for almost 2 years and some change, and it's like I really just want to wake up one day. I don't know when that day is, but I feel like it's coming. I just don't want to ever clock into work again. Well, into that job. But honestly, in this whole world of society, work period. I don't want to clock in no more. I'm tired of being micromanaged. I'm tired of being told that I need to be more sympathetic or empathetic towards other people because of the type of environment or job that I picked. But it's like, how do you expect me to be that robot when the people who are calling in aren't even worth the attention to give that energy to? And then it puts me in a position where like I'm trying to find different ways to figure out how to just deal with the job so I can keep the money I don't care about in order to pay bills that don't make sense. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make this money, then you're going to end up being in the lower class of society, or just don't be here at all to deal with it. So it's like, I feel like this. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm going crazy. And now I'm at 30 and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just tired of dealing with it. You know, I try to take the route of like, I'll go on short-term disability because my mental health is really affecting me. Yes, I look perfectly normal, and I can do the job, but like to mentally do the job is killing me to the point where like when I get into those phone calls of a patient being mean, rude, or I'm trying to help them, give them options, but they're just not really working with me. And then I just have to keep my composure because calls are being recorded. It's like, I really just want to crash out. And I really just don't want to care. The old me a couple years ago, this was before like I was kicked off my dad's insurance, I probably would have did it already. I probably would have quit my job and did something else, because it's like, okay, well, at least I'll have health care, or, you know, I have that to fall back on. Just to say I have coverage for something. I'll figure out the rest later. But now that I'm older and now I got things going on in my life, like I have to go to neuropathy. I have physical therapy now. You want to know why? Because since my job is stationary and I'm sitting in one area for most of the day, it's starting to affect not only my mental, but my physical health. Yeah, and I'm only 30. I shouldn't have to be going to PT or neuropathy because my job is affecting my mental health. I mean, my physical health. It doesn't make sense to me. And then it's like I'm trying to plead for help. I went to go see a psychiatrist. He wants to put me on SSRIs. I'm like, putting me on antidepressants isn't gonna make the situation better. I went to my primary care physician and was telling her like, I just wanted to have on record that basically the reason why my body is breaking down is because of the job. She basically told me, get a new job. Yeah, so that's the only options I have gotten so far. And then short-term disability, It's like, okay, I have to basically play the system and put myself on medication. Maybe not take the medication, but just say I took it from the psychiatrist. Just to be like, oh, it's not working. I think maybe the second route we should do is short-term disability, but I have to take the medication first to pretend like, or tell the system like, yeah, I took the medication, but it's not really helping with coping at my job because I still feel like crashing out. So I think maybe this would be more convincing to the insurance company that I need to be on short-term disability so I can help my mental health. And it's like, why do I have to jump through hoops for someone to listen to me? What do I need to do? Do I seriously need to like harm myself at the job for y'all to take me seriously? And what makes it even worse is I work in healthcare. You would think they would care about your mental health, but no. It's all about money. It's all about metrics. It's all about being the perfect little robot. And I'm so tired of it. I really am. I'm so tired of pretending and being fake and trying to pretend like everything is fine when everything around me and everything that I can't control is crumbling, you know? And I start to pretend like, yeah, work is so important. Even though gas is almost $5, I still have to get to work. Even though everything in the White House is going on, I just have to be cool with it because I could wake up one day and be a slave again. And well, who cares? Because rent's due on the 1st. I went through my season of like grieving about it and crying about it and talking about it because it's just like I need to vent because I don't know what else to do. You know, I go to therapy and I've made a lot of progress in therapy about it, but it's just like even if I were to find another job that will help my mental, it doesn't change the fact that it's not something I genuinely want to do. I'm just doing it because society told me in order for me to be worthy to mingle with the other likes who are walking the same walk that I walk, that this is what you have to do in order to be considered some type of worthiness of living with the other people. And you know what's so sad? When I first got this job, I was so happy. I needed a job and I felt like, you know, this will be a new opportunity for me. I moved to out of state from where I currently was living at. I got a nice paying job. I had so much light and so much like happiness and so much determination to be like, yes, this is going to be good for me. This is going to be the last job that I take because I just want to be able to like really plant myself and root myself into something. And then since everything has kind of came out to light, everything's been exposing itself and the veil has been lifted. It's like, why should I even care about a company who wouldn't even care about me, who would fire me in a minute or hire AI to take the calls? Which at this point, I feel like they should hire an AI to do it. Hire an AI. Because these people do not respect hospitality. And it's like, I'm tired of being fake about it. I'm tired of pretending like I care about why you canceled your appointment. I'm tired of caring about why you had to reschedule. I'm just really tired of it. I'm tired of being fake. I'm tired of seeing how these patients only care about themselves and not consider about other people and what they got going on. The fact that you want to be mean to me. You don't know what I got going on in my life. I'm just trying to do my best to come into work every day and do my job and not crash out because I'm here to serve you. But then when you want to act like that towards me, I'm just supposed to be cool with it. And I'm sorry. I can't just let it go because you get back-to-back calls, right? And you got to be on 10 and make sure that you hit your metrics and make sure that you are polite and nice and you hit everything that you need to hit because they pick 6 random calls out the month, great, and God forbid you had a bad day and they pick a bad call, which messes up your metric. Because I work from home, if I don't meet a certain amount of percentage, then that means I gotta come back into the office because I'm not doing great. Even though I've been doing great for the past almost 2 years, you would think like, I wonder why Marquez is failing all of a sudden. But does that matter? No, because it's about money, it's about metrics, it's about rotation, it's about catering to a system that'll never work for you while the CEO makes $2 million a year and the person who's changing their trash makes $16 an hour. And I'm just at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the hospital because all I'm good for is scheduling doctor's appointments to incompetent people who are struggling mentally as well, who want to vent and talk all day, want to get mad when you can't cater to their needs because their doctor is on vacation. Or because of how America works, they don't have the money to go to the ER or urgent care to pay out of pocket. That's the shit that like tweaks me out. And it sucks the life out of me because I miss editing, I miss posting, I miss doing all this content creation. Have I made some money out of it? A little bit on TikTok selling products, but it's not fully from just like videos like this, you know? It's like I want to wake up and do this every day and just talk and relate to people. That's what I want to do. And sometimes I feel like I have a hard time articulating that because even doing this feels like and act. I'm an actor. Work is paid acting. It's like, I don't want to be an actor. I want to just get paid to be me. And I feel like turning 30 made me realize that I just want to be me. Right now, I'm currently on my little vacation on PTO. I don't go back until Wednesday. I'll tell you this. My plan was apply for as many jobs as I can before I go on my little vacation. And God help me. Maybe by the time I go back, I'll have set up for an interview, or somebody will at least reach me out and we'll be setting up an interview to talk, you know? But I haven't gotten any updates or responses or anything like that. I've just been applying. And even doing that is like draining my energy too. It's like, that's a whole nother job in itself. And then I feel like for the past like while now, I feel like, I'll just compromise. I'll just stay what I'm doing now and just keep this position because it's convenient. It pays good. I work from home. I can save gas. And the way gas is right now, it makes sense. But then it's like, if I were to get offered another position where I have to leave my home and drive, commute, then I end up, putting more wear and tear on my car, paying another bill when it comes to gas, right? And then it's like, what do I choose? Do I choose my job over my mental health? That's where I'm at right now. My job or my mental health? My job or my mental health? Do I stay where I'm at or do I quit tomorrow and figure it out from there? But then I feel like if I do figure it out from there, it puts me in a position where like, dang, I have to figure out my next source of income when I don't have a job opportunity right now to lean on as a backup. And a part of me is kind of like, I don't want to let TikTok influence me with other people just quitting their jobs and then just figuring out from there, which at this point, that's what I want to do. But then it's like, I have bills that I have to care enough. And I just hate it. I just hate all of it. Like, I try not to think too deep about it because I feel like I'm worth more than just my paycheck. I'm worth more than just being employee 6875120. I feel like my life sometimes feels like it revolves around a job that cares about nothing about me, right? None of my passion, none of who I am, or even wanting to grow. I've applied within the company and haven't made any progress there because they don't want to pay me what I'm getting paid now. And it's just like, why can't you? I don't understand why paying a livable wage is so hard. You want me to be able to function and maneuver in society, but you don't want to pay me in order to do that. So what am I supposed to do? So now I feel like I have to lower myself when it comes to pay because it's like mental health or comfortability. Mental health or comfortability. Mental health or comfortability. I don't know. Tomorrow I leave to go back home, which I'm okay with going back home to. I just don't want to clock back in. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to clock back into that job. Today will be, I guess you would say I have 48 hours left. Having my brain on autopilot and just enjoying the fruits of my labor before I have to go back into slavery. And it's like, I hope when I do go back, I hope either A, I can just make it until another job opportunity comes, or B, I end up quitting and just being like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just figure it out. I don't know. I wish the economy or life was like maybe 5 years ago when I've done this, plenty of times where I just quit the job because I'd be like, you know what, fuck this job. I don't give a fuck. Y'all need me more than I need y'all. So I don't care. I'll figure it out, and I usually do. But I feel like this season right now in my life, I feel like comfortability or mental health. Which one? Which one do you want, Markeia? Which one is more important to you? Which one is it? Which one is it? You gotta pick. You gotta choose. You're at a crossroad, and now this is probably one of the hardest choices you're gonna have to make. I'm just hoping another position comes through that makes sense for me. Because I'm like, okay, that would be worth just quitting today, knowing that I got a job lined up in the next 2 weeks, versus sticking it out until something comes. And hopefully sticking it out doesn't mean another month, another 6 months, or another year. That's what I'm afraid of. And then I end up getting those phone calls where I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm finna just crash out on this patient today because I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about this job. I don't even care about this fucking company. Because y'all don't care about your employees to know, like, call centers or customer service period mentally fucks people up. It should be a case study at this point because people do not take other people's like emotions or thoughts or anything like from their perspective. You never know what someone's going through before they have to clock into work, you know? And then you calling in because you're upset about X, Y, and Z. Okay, I understand. We all get upset, but like, I feel like working in customer services made me respect them even more. Like, I don't even be pissed like that. I might get a little agitated, but not to the point where I'm disrespecting somebody, because we're all human. And I feel like if that's what it needs to be, then hire an AI to do it. I think an AI will work perfect for customer service. They already hate it anyway, so why not just make it even worse? I'm going to enjoy the rest of my little vacation, PTO. Y'all just pray for me and pray for anybody else who's going through this, because it's not easy. It's really not. And the way the world's going, it just makes it even worse. I pray for better days. I'm tired of crying about it. So I feel like crying does help. Then it gets to a point where it's like, girl, ain't nothing gonna change. You just gotta figure it out, because that's just what life is. And it's so disappointing. It makes me be like, I want a refund. Why, for whatever reason, my soul decided to take this form. I just want somebody to just lay it out for me and be like, this is why you're here. Here's the roadmap to where you need to go. Just follow this and then you'll reach your destination. And then once you reach your destination, that's the end of your purpose here of living, right? That's what I want. But it never comes that easy. I'm thankful to wake up every day and just be able to enjoy the human experience, you know? Because like right now in my life, I don't see myself like dating, being with anybody. I really don't have, I have zero friends. I really don't trust anybody. I don't mind conversating with you, but like to actually like have a relationship outside of whether it's work or at the dog park, or I'm standing in line at Walmart and you want to say something to me, like I don't want to take it outside of that, because people are a little weird and people don't have good intentions. Like they waste your time, and you be like, why did I even waste my energy trying to give you a chance? Because you know everybody needs a friend. But then it's like I get to some points in my life where I just be like, it'd be nice to have a friend so I don't feel so lonely. But then I'd be like, nah, life ain't that hard. Yeah, I'm enjoying the next 48 hours of my trip. I get up tomorrow and I'm gonna go back home, and I'm just gonna breathe and just know that things will get better. It'll all fall into place. We're gonna make it out of this, you guys. I don't know what the future holds or what that looks like. We're just gonna do the damn thing. So I'm praying for y'all. If you can relate to anything that I said, I might have said things maybe 2 or 3 times over, whatever, put it in the comment section below. We can have a little talk about it, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. And for the ones who have been watching my channel, yeah, I have been a little MIA, because I've had no motivation to do anything when it comes to content creation, recording, editing, nothing, because life is not it. So, but I appreciate your time for even watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, if I have some more energy or motivation to upload anything, you'll see me again. So I'll see you next time. Bye.